Hello and welcome to this week's video. I'm going to be talking about a very interesting topic, cultivating discipline as a leader. So what are the practical tips and strategies that you need in order to develop yourself as a leader? Leaders must have a strong willpower and discipline to be able to effectively lead their teams to reach their goals. So we want to find out what mindset should you adopt, how can you cultivate that discipline mindset, and why is it important to maintain that discipline as a leader. And I'm going to take you through that. So this is going to be a very interesting topic, and I've grouped it into four main areas. We will look at what is the definition of mental discipline, the benefits of mental discipline, practical tips on how to cultivate it, and how to develop a growth mindset. So who am I? For those who may not know me, my name is Triza Akuka, and I'm the lead coach at Pinnacle Executive Coaching. My mission is to help leaders to discover how to become that effective leader that their team needs by enabling them or empowering them through coaching to scale up their leadership capacity and finally be that leader who creates an impact and leaves a legacy. So I do this through my signature program that I call the Dare to Lead Circle, and you might reach out to me in order to learn more about it. So let's look at how we are going to talk about mental discipline as a leader. Okay, leadership is complex. It's always very demanding, and as I've said, it requires a strong willpower and discipline. You must be able as a leader to make difficult decisions and focus on your goals despite any obstacles that you might encounter. And having a disciplined mindset is what will help you to stay focused, make better decisions, and lead to an improved overall success. So the definition of mental discipline is basically being able to focus on your goals and to be able to make those difficult decisions in every time whenever it's demanded of you as a leader. To me, discipline means having that strength and the willpower to think ahead, to be honest with yourself and about the reality of situations that you're exposed to as a leader, the ability to stay composed in a challenging environment, and the ability to remain dedicated to that bigger picture, your vision and your mission. It also entails remaining balanced mentally, being able to take breaks, evaluating progress with an honest reflection, and continually pushing forward. So with the right approach to discipline, leaders can be more focused, they can be decisive, and they can be successful. You need to be able to set personal standards and create achievable goals. And discipline is what will enable you to have that clear vision of what you want to achieve and help you towards working and help you to work towards it. You have to be able to take time to sit down and define what are your own set of personal standards, what are your values, what are your principles that will guide you and the work that you need to do. And once you have those in place, it will always be very easy to be able to move and to achieve your big picture. Number two, what are your benefits? What are the benefits of mental discipline? So being a successful leader requires not only the strength of focus, but also the power of discipline. And discipline is what will help you to stay focused. The benefit is that it will help you to stay focused under pressure, and it will help you to be able to make hard decisions, which many leaders find unbearable. Having discipline to strive for higher standards means always keeping your goals in sight, and you can be able to take incremental steps, small incremental steps to be able to achieve it. For you to do this, you need to be able to have patience. You need to have perseverance. These are indispensable traits to have as an effective leader. And if you lack mental discipline, you will not be able to do that. You will get distracted, you'll get overwhelmed by difficult tasks, and you will lose sight. So the benefit is that you can be able to stand and stay focused and not lose sight of what is your bigger picture. So the benefits of mental discipline are many. You can now attain a level of better decision making. You can be able to make superior communication because you are able to think through and be able to concretely come up with something that is very good and strategic for the way forward. You can be able to have improved productivity. You can be able to have timeliness in the completion of your tasks. You can be able to have the ability to manage stress and adversity more effectively when you are disciplined as a leader. And therefore, you'll be able to go through those circumstances that would be otherwise unbearable in normal times. The third thing that we need to know is what are now the tips that we can use to actually cultivate this mental discipline. Number one is that you really need to understand your triggers. What makes you lose focus or what makes you lose your willpower? You have to be able to go to the background to know what it is. If you understand your triggers that make you lose focus or your willpower, you will be able to know your limits and you'll be able to recognize those moments, and then you can be able now to take steps to beef up your weak areas by being aware of them. If you're aware of your struggles and your potential pitfalls, then you're better armed to be able to remain focused on your chosen path. And that path of a strong, effective leader is now the advantage and strength that you'll have as a leader is to be able to know how you can avoid your triggers, how you can avoid your pitfalls, and how you can remain focused despite any pressures. It's not easy, but if it's done properly, then it's a very empowering process that will not only help you to cultivate strong and meaningful relationships with the people you lead, but always gives you success. Therefore, one of the ways that we use as coaches to help you to know what triggers you is to take you through a self-assessment exercise. And I have a very powerful tool which is a 360-degree assessment that can help you to unmap who you are, what are your triggers, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses. So please get in touch if you need to be able to do this assessment, which will just form the baseline for developing your leadership. The next thing you need to do is to be able now to create an action plan to increase your discipline. And this is a process that requires thought, it requires dedication. There are few areas that you can focus on. You can focus on setting achievable goals, utilizing positive reinforcement, being mindful of even your own self-criticism. So when you put practical tips into practice, then you'll be able to break challenging tasks into smaller pieces, and then you'll be able to scale and reach your goals. You need to put aside time each and every single day to reassess your progress towards your goals. And when you are able to do that, then you can be able to focus on the long-term outcomes as well. Every day you're looking at the basics that you have been able to achieve, and progressively you're looking at your long-term outcomes. What do you want to achieve? This approach will require a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication. But if you stay focused until the end, then you'll be able to become an effective leader who is able to make very meaningful decisions. Last but not least, you need to be able to develop a growth mindset. When you develop strong and realistic goals for yourself, this is just an important part of being successful, but you must be able to hold yourself accountable by setting deadlines, following through with actionable steps, and challenging yourself throughout. When you develop a growth mindset and now develop the resilience to persevere through difficult times, then you'll be able to stay motivated, you'll be able to take ownership of your goals, and this will help you to maintain focus. When you are patient, you have to develop also an element of patience to stay focused on your goals. All this will come through when you're always thinking of how can I develop myself incrementally every single day. Leadership and growth is not a one-time action, but it's a continuous growth process. Being patient with yourself will be essential in this journey to become a successful leader. Change is not easy, and it often requires hard work. It requires that determination, and sometimes you might easily feel discouraged. But if you have developed a growth mindset, then you will always be able to remind yourself of the whys. Why are you on this journey? What is your ultimate end goal? And that will make you not pause or draw back because of discouragement, but you will keep working towards your goal, even if it doesn't happen overnight. But if you remain persistent, if you remain disciplined, if you remain focused, then you will eventually be able to see the results. So don't give up when faced with adversity. Keep your head up, keep pushing, and success awaits you on the other end of the spectrum if you remain like this. So in conclusion, being a strong leader requires strong discipline and willpower. We've looked at what discipline will mean to you as a leader, the benefits of staying disciplined, recognizing your personal triggers, setting up action plans. Get a coach if this is what will help you to be able to accomplish all this. And if you need this, I've put out my contact details. Please feel free to reach out on Facebook or social media, or send me an email. We can work together to be able to set up your goals, look at where you are, what are your current challenges, and see with the right guidance how to help you to be able to reach that place where you absolutely see no limits to what you can be able to achieve. And if this has been helpful to you, please give it a like, subscribe, and follow me on all my other social media channels. And it's been very good having you around. See you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.